Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. All right, man, we back. Goodfella Sports TV in the building. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love, support. Let's get to it. We're going to talk about Pacquiao. Freddie Rose said he got 2 more fights. Also, we're going to discuss Rosado taking on Danny Jacobs. Should be coming up pretty soon. But first, let's talk about Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez getting the job done and getting the deal done. So make sure you guys check out our boxing news playlist and rumor playlist for more videos like this. And I told you guys the fight was going to happen the whole time. All right, they even fooled me a little bit with, T.O. asked for money. They said that Loma gave back $300,000. So he gave $300,000 for T.O. to get 1.5. Now, there's a rumor going out there. It was told to me that T.O. was getting 2, but I guess he might be getting some additional money on the back end. But the unique thing about this fight is that it's an undisputed fight, or at least it's supposed to be undisputed. I heard the WBC says that Loma could lose the franchise title in this situation. But the unique thing about this fight is it's going to be on regular ESPN, not ESPN Plus, not ESPN pay-per-view. So, that's why they getting these inflated purses, you know what I'm saying? I think T.O., his highest he ever made was $400,000 according to things that I've seen and read. But T.O. was originally supposed to get $2 million. I mean, he's supposed to get $3 million. And Loma's supposed to get 5 with a gate. So without a gate, T.O. getting 1.5, could see $2 million. I still heard Loma's getting around $3.25 million, $3 million and $250,000. So I mean, at the end of the day, Loma seems supremely confident. Teofimo Lopez seems supremely confident. I think it's gonna be one for the books. Hopefully no funny stuff go down. Hopefully nobody get the COVID or none of that nature. But the fight is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Lomachenko for being progressive and being proactive and making the fight happen and trying to do what he want, trying to do what his part to make the fight happen and giving back $300,000 so T.O. can have have a little bit more money in his pocket. When T.O. found out that Luke Campbell made more than $1.2 million, he wasn't happy because obviously that's a guy that wasn't a champion. So at the end of the day, it seemed that Loma been working. Seeing that T.O. been working, and made the best man win. Now, the undercard is between Nervetes and Jesse Macadone for the vacant WBO title, or it's going to be Ivan Barashnik taking on Jose Zepeda. So I heard they kind of whiffling and waffling with that. I'm not sure they want to put 2 title fights on a regular televised portion of a fight. If this is pay-per-view, then I think they would have went with Nervetes and Jesse. But to be honest, I like the Barashnik fight better anyway, and it might be the cheaper fight because neither one of them are champions. Barashnik and Zepeda was supposed to fight a few weeks ago, but Barashnik suffered an injury. So I like that fight. You got the power puncher that don't take no speed and no power off his shots and don't seem to get tired in Barashnik, who only lost to Josh Taylor. And then you got, Zepeda, the nice sticker and mover boxer. So that got a good recipe to, really be a good fight. But, other than that, to wrap it up about T.O. and Lomachenko, regular ESPN, the bag seemed right. They pushed it back to October 17th. I heard that's the date they're going with. There were some talks about the date that they might go with on October 17th. It may be 24th due to the Miami Hurricane football game. So that's something to look out for, but I'm not sure if the ACC is playing. I know the Big 12 is playing, and I anticipate the Big 12 is playing. The SEC will attempt to play college football in the fall. But, other than that, it should be a really good fight. Loma seems supremely confident. T.O. seems supremely confident. And, may the best man win. It's a lot of people thought T.O. was trying to find a way out. Loma didn't want it, and they found a way to make it happen. So it's going to be going down in MGM Convention Center bubble, same place where the majority of top-ranked fights took place this summer. And, you know, to be honest, I got to do some film work, but I'm kind of favoring Lomachenko to win this fight. But, you know, hopefully Teo come out with the right mindset and he come down and lay Thor's hammer on him and come out there and make it a dog fight, you know, and make Loma fight a dog fight. We seen when Loma got into a firefight, we seen that he didn't do so well. He got dropped, you know, by Linares, you know, and he kind of waffled a little bit with Salido. So I think Teofimo Lopez doesn't have the experience that Loma has. He doesn't have the experience that, you know, Linares guys got. But you know what? He got youth, he got speed, he got more power. And I think his pedigree is head, shoulders, knees, and toes above both of those dudes. So look forward to seeing that fight happen. Now, Freddie Rose said Pacquiao's fight 2 more times to run for president. Pacquiao has basically backed off the claims that he will run for president in the past, but we know he's lying. I heard that Pacquiao was supposed to fight 2 times this year and he was done with. So I heard that. I said this is supposed to be Pacquiao last year fighting, you know. So it seems that he may fight once this year. And obviously I heard the bag that, you know, Bob Arum is offering him to fight Terence Crawford is really good. Also, I heard that, you know, they're still talking to Mikey Garcia. But this means if he does fight once this year, his last farewell fight will be next year. And let's just say he does fight Mikey Garcia. You know, then it's going to boil down to, will it be Earl? Will it be Terrence? Or will it be somebody else that he'd rather fight on his way out? So this is supposed to be his last year. I reported this at the end of last year. But obviously, the COVID kind of threw that off. So he going to have 2 more fights. Can McGregor be in the fold? Could be. You know, ideally, I don't think he want to. His second before last fight will be Terence Crawford. If his second before last fight is Terence Crawford, and he defeats Terence Crawford, which ain't out the realm of possibility, then we looking at a situation where he might as well go out on a good foot and fight Errol Spence. And I think that will boost him all-time great list in a lot of people's opinion, not just his fanboys' opinion, to go out there and take out the young guns. I do know he requested to fight Errol Spence after the car accident. Well, after Errol Spence called him out on Fox after the car accident, it did not happen. Okay? Errol Spence turned that fight down twice because I don't think he's physically ready. He told somebody at PBC that he thought, you know, Danny Garcia was a tune-up fight, and that's why he's coming back versus Danny Garcia. He could easily take a voluntary fight. They're not mandating or forcing nothing. They told Earl you could take a voluntary fight at another weight, whatever you feel comfortable at. He said he wanted to fight Danny. Then after he fight Danny, then he got to fight the winner of Sergey Lipinets on Showtime and the Qdoba dude from Top Rank who beat Luis Collazo. So unless he's going to drop the IBF belt, which I think he would drop the IBF belt to fight Pacquiao, his next 2 fights are tied up. Danny, IBF interim winner, and then the middle of next year he could fight Manny Pacquiao. All right, so if Pacquiao go out with Crawford and Errol Spence, you know, like I said before, you know, nothing but respect at that point. But I think he more likely going to go out with a Pacquiao, with a Mikey Garcia fight, and then he may think about going out with a Crawford and Errol Spence fight. So if Errol Spence don't look good versus Danny Garcia, don't be surprised if Pacquiao try to still make him look, you know, take that fight. Now, if he look good versus Danny, you know, and he looked like the powerhouse he was, you know, with Lamont Peterson, I don't think Pacquiao going to take that fight because he doesn't have the southpaw advantage. I don't think he's going to take Crawford either, unless he looks somewhere vulnerable across the you know, like a couple fights he may have. So, but I heard the offer for Crawford is really, really nice. I heard that Bob Arum scraped up some good money for him. But once again, this got to happen in another country. I'm not sure what the numbers Crawford would be getting, but I heard that they scooped up some nice money for Pacquiao to go in there and fight, you know, Terence Crawford. So, you know, Bob's kind of putting his money where his mouth is. He said he wasn't losing no money on Teofimo Lopez. And if I'm Lopez, then I'm looking at him funny. You know what I'm saying? You're not losing no money on me, so you don't believe in me? Y'all done lost all this fucking money on Lomachenko. And that's one of the things you sign with Top Rank, what the issue is. You know what I'm saying? They not spending no money on unless guys they deem that they want to lose money on. Lomachenko is one of them. Fury is another. They lost money on both of them. They lost money on Fury every fucking fight he had under Top Rank. I guarantee you that. Bob don't mind making other white people rich. And I'm not scared to say it. You know what I'm saying? And he got a problem with making guys like, you know, Teos. He ain't Hispanic, like Mexican or Puerto Rican. He's from Honduras. So he falls in that minority category with Crawford. Bob ain't in the business of making no nigga super rich. All right? And that's just what it is. He ain't in the business of doing that. So when you sign to Bob Arum, you know what I'm saying? It's cool you get the ESPN network deal, but what you got to understand is he ain't in the business of making no black folk rich. And it may be sad, you know, it might sound callous, but he showed it time and time again. Name me a time where another black fighter, except like maybe Sugar Ray Leonard, where he took his money and he got them a vacant title when they already had titles like Lomachenko. He ain't doing that for Crawford. Why not? Why he ain't, you know, get Crawford WBO title and get him mandated to fight for another title? Because he don't care. He believe in Crawford, but he don't believe in making Negro fighters rich like that. He always want to keep another rich. You know what I'm saying? He don't care if it's like Hispanic neither, Mexican, Puerto Rican. He don't want his ace in the bullpen being black. I said what I said. If people don't like it, they don't like it. But you know, that's just what he showed me over the years. Remember, he called UFC fans skinheads and racist. You know, that is what it is. You know, it's funny when you're looking in the mirror, you're looking in the reflection, and but you know that is what it is. So apparently, Danny Jacobs and Gabriel Rosado gonna get it on. It was supposed to fight. They're supposed to fight before the pandemic. Rosado then fought as low as 54, you know, that I can remember. 60, he really beat up Peter Quiller and they cheated him. You know, and now he going up to 68 to fight Danny Jacobs. I mean, at this point, I could care about seeing neither one of them fight. Jacobs let people down with Canelo. Him and Derevchenko could have went either way. Nobody truly won that fight. That legitimately could have been a draw. You know, and now he fighting Rosado. I heard he didn't look too good versus Chavez at certain points in the fight. So, it's just like a fight. It's a good fight because they go back and forth. But Rosado need to consider retiring. He been in so many wars. You know, beat up by Lemieux, beat up by Jamel, beat up by Golovkin. Like he been in a lot of wars, man. And you know, he had a draw with Luis Arias from Milwaukee. You know, he lost to Salucky. And then he just got a win. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if this was what Matchroom want to go out with, I think this is Danny Jacobs' last fight at the weight. I would love to see Danny Jacobs, you know, come back to PBC, or he can stay over there and make a fight with Jamal Charlo. That's a fight that's been brewing, especially if Jamal able to bang out Derevchenko out of his frame, because Derevchenko and Jacobs used to be stable mates. Okay. So I would love to see that fight happen if Jacobs able to get past Rosado and Charlo get past Derevchenko. So that'd be a really, really good fight for the fans. You know what I'm saying? So, but Rosado and Jacobs, if Jacobs, you know, if Jacobs struggle in this fight, it's time to retire. Straight up and down. Because if you can't blow out Gabriel Rosado in like 8 rounds or beat him convincingly for 12 rounds, he just take an ass whooping. Yeah, you ain't getting beat Caleb Plant. You're not going to beat Benavidez. Shit, you might not even beat Billy Ho Saunders. You feel what I'm saying? So, you already lost to Canelo. But some people thought that fight was closer than what it was. I thought it was a comfortable win for Canelo. But Rosado and Jacobs, I mean, I'm not sure what weekend it's going to fall on. If they're going to fall on the weekend where another fight going to be on. But it's digestible. You know what I'm saying? It's an okay fight. You know, this is supposed to be Jacobs' last fight on Matchroom, I understand. You know, he's not with Angela Simmons. You know what I'm saying? That's good for him. The Shade Room didn't know who he was. You know, but at the end of the day, I wish him nothing but the best. I like Rosado. You know what I'm saying? He's been through them wars. But I think it's time for him to look at other endeavors in outside of boxing. So if Jacobs don't stop him, you know what I'm saying, I'd be surprised. If Jacob lose, I'd be surprised, but I don't see neither one of them being world champion at 168 pounds, not at the current landscape. So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal in the description. Best way to donate. is share the video. Appreciate the love, support. Other than that, man, just keep sharing the videos. Cash App is CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Cash App, that I have a name in the description as well. But best way to donate is to share the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. I don't know what happened to my app. I'm looking hella light today on here, man. So they can't let me change the filter. So I guess they in the process of updating the app. I hate when they update apps and they get worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was good the way it was, man. So hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Make sure you share the video. We go.